Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm finally doing it, my updated graphics mods as requested. I will be talking about my weather mods, flora, landscape, architecture and clutter mods. And I'll even throw in a few things you should consider adding to your loadout to really round off the aesthetics and reduce your frame drops. With the nature of this style of video, it will be a little longer than usual, so I'll be throwing my mod list into the comments so you can check it out. Remember to like, subscribe and comment with any questions or requests you might have for me, but without further ado, let's get into this. When it comes to weather mods, I've tried them all. I've even thrown together packages to make new weathers, but nothing quite holds up to Cathedral Weathers and Seasons. In both looks and delivery, you are given a power that allows you to use seasons which are implemented by the in-game date for a really immersive feel. The power also lets you change filters from fantasy to bleak image-scapes, which is great for every playthrough. But I won't stop there. I always add on natural clouds, which yes is slightly irrelevant given that Cathedral has its own cloud textures. However, natural clouds are without a doubt the best clouds in the game and should always be considered. In the playthrough you'll be seeing today, I also have on Far Better Sun. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary, but it does, and a lot of times, make you feel really heroic. Next up is something I get asked about a ton, my grasses. I've managed to create this look by using both of the unique grasses mods, which is 6 megabytes of simplicity, and they look great. What's more is they don't give me a drop in frames like most grass mods will, and whilst they pair really well with dense grasses, I haven't felt the need to throw this in. If your machine can handle it, then by all means do, but it's not necessary. Another trick to get the best out of them is to use Skyrim as Windy, which is extremely lightweight and FPS friendly, especially for people like me who shut down the in-game wind with FPS boosters. To complement my grasses, I've gone ahead and thrown on the Lush Overhaul. I've tried the others, but I always come back to this one. It's simple, smaller in size, and it's really FPS friendly comparatively. It changes the meshes of the plants, the flowers, the trees and the base grasses, and again works brilliantly with dense grass. I'd also like to suggest using Mari's All-in-One, which is a flower texture overhaul that will take full advantage of these mesh reworks. And then just to top off the Mari, you should probably be adding in unique flowers and plants, which adds in even more new hand-placed flora to the world. And of course, we can't leaf out the tree bark texture. I personally use True Bark as it's a smaller file size and actually looks better for its simplicity, in my opinion. Much like dense grass, if you have the FPS to spare, I would suggest Project Hippie alongside bigger trees to turn areas of Tamriel into forests that look excellent and add a whole new dimension to your game. Up next is the wider landscapes. I've recently discovered the work of Wine Dave after going on what can only be described as a huge binge of landscape mods trying to get rid of the uglier features in Skyrim. I stumbled across Septentrional landscapes. I quickly downloaded the 2K version after seeing how it handled the stony areas that used to be 2D grey splodges. Compared with the other landscape mods, this is a mere 300 megabytes and for me does a better job of the simpler things. Worth noting that unlike most other landscape mods, you generally speaking have to add in extra mods to fill out the spaces. And I did just that, by going straight back to Wine Dave's mods, which by the way are all ported by StoneSpiralGaming, so you know they're going to be high quality. What I found was Dave's UFHD mountains darker in 2K, blended roads redone, and the bridges version of that. I then added in Northern Shores, which for me is a far superior to vanilla experience when going down near rivers. I found all of these excellent, but some areas were missing a little bit, so for fillers I also added in David's Dirt Cliffs, which by the way, different David, turns out Davids are excellent modders. And I also thought Cathedral 3D Rocky Shores, which is something I use quite often, really filled out the space nicely. Considering half the world is covered in it, I should probably talk about the snow. I'm using Snow Tweaks, which removes the shimmer from snow, which made no sense to me, alongside better dynamic snow, which has improved the snow placement on steps with build-ups where you're more likely to see them, and no snow under the roof, which for me is the most immersive snow mod going. What this does is remove sensible amounts of snow from places like under trees or roofs that stick out, keeps it away from fires, and also changes the roofs to have more snow on them. The great thing about all of these is it allows me to use the texture mod Nordic Snow, which makes it feel fuller and like it's actually there, I'm unsure if it's a feature or a bug, but your feet sink into the snow, which is so cool to see. Still though, I can't help but wish Footprints was on Xbox. Onto my Clutter and Architecture mods, which I will combine as they are extremely well known and I'm sure you've all used them before. I'm using the graphic pack set, which covers most facets of the game from bed sheets to wooden pillars, stonework to doors. These packs are outstanding. I am currently using the graphics pack, Performance Static Mesh Improvement mod, Assets 1 and 2, as well as the High Poly project. I always use these as I feel they enhance the vanilla experience and stick to a traditional Viking style, as opposed to completely rebuilding into something that it was never meant to be. They're high performance and regularly updated, which keeps them constantly moving forward. To complement these, I'm using Skyrim Nordic Ruins as it fleshes out the markings on the wall of the ruins and tombs and changes the colours to make them more photorealistic. It also sticks true to the vanilla style, which I always find quite important. Now, the Skyrim Nordic Ruins also cover orc longhouses as well as other ruin types, so you get plenty of bang for your buck. And to finish off the architecture, I am using Midian-born Imperial forts and farmhouses, as both of these mods are high quality, complete reworks of meshes and textures, but they stay true to the general design of the game. They are mostly hand painted, 3D photorealistic, and bring such a huge improvement. I highly suggest taking a look at the Midian-born series, as they are arguably the most realistic available. Anyway, this is going to do it for me today. If there's anything else you'd like to see about my game, anything else I've done like creatures or people mods, please just let me know and I'll get started on making a video as soon as I physically can. Other than that, I hope this has helped. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, anything you'd like to do really. And I'll see you in the next video.